Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Thankful Thursday, March 7th, and welcome to another new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is a former five-time world kickboxing champion and a former four-time sport karate champion. And I'm super excited to have him here. He's also an award-winning actor. And I hope you guys are ready for part two to catch up and see what he's been up to. As you guys can see, I'm doing something a little bit different, channeling my inner Diana Ross, shall I say. And I wanted to do something different than the look that I had yesterday. This week has been an amazing week. Shout outs to my brother Kwame Speaks. Make sure you guys please go and check out Pyro Media. Amazing. Hi Queen. Hey Avanat. Make sure you guys go and check out the Queen's Men Fashion Group. I had an interview with Stephen Monday, so make sure you guys go and check that out. So without further ado, let's welcome to the Dollhouse former five-time world kickboxing champion, former four-time sport karate champion, and award-winning actor. Ladies and gentlemen, the very handsome, the very amazing, oh my God, Robert Parham. Hopefully it works. Hi, Behati. Hey, Fashion Dolls. Hopefully it works. Here we are.
Hey,
Hello.
Stevie.
Hi. Welcome back to the Dollhouse. How are
I
you?
am well. I am well. I just want to say I watched your show yesterday and it was fantastic.
Oh, y'all caught me crying. Y'all caught me speaking now. I try to be strong. I try not to cry. But Ricky, that conversation that me and Ricky had yesterday, if you guys have not seen yesterday's conversation with Ricky Taylor, you need to go and check it out. When I tell you that was an amazing conversation, you guys need to go back and review
and
that.
and
So
and and
definitely.
speaks the truth. He speaks the truth. I feel the same way. You are amazing. You are outstanding, and everything that Ricky said and more.
And I appreciate it 100%. Behind of you says, "Come on, interview." Okay, yes, Robert is back for the second time here in the Dollhouse, and you've worked on some things which we'll get into. But before we get into that, how has 2024 been for you so far?
Well, 2024 has been absolutely amazing. There's been a lot of opportunities to create art, which is what I'm solely pledged to doing this year, and it's just been amazing. It's been amazing. One of the best years of my life so far.
Yes, and you've got some projects that are coming up. Some are in production, some are in post production, and some are in pre production.
Yeah.
So this year, we're now in March of 2024.
Mhm.
What are you looking forward to in this year of March?
Okay, so this year we're finishing post production on a movie called Cocaine Roach. That's a fun movie. It's a kind of a fun horror movie, but it's going to be fun. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. We're working on another project that's in pre-production called Mama Don't Take No Mess, and, and it's a kind of a throwback to the '70s. And we have I can't really announce the cast, but we have a few surprises in this cast. Um, we also have 1 out of 100 Part 2 called Heroes, and then a few more other productions. We're working on a Trophy Boys, working on a vampire web series. Just a lot of opportunity this year.
And you got a question from Rizzy. Rizzy wants to know, what are the things that make you the happiest in life? She came in with the questions already.
Wow. Hi, Rizzy. So, what are the things that make me happiest in life? I would have to say, gee, I'm a pretty happy person, generally speaking, most of the time. But the thing that makes me the happiest is probably seeing my kids happy. I have four adult children, 35, 30, 22, and 19. Did I say that right? Yeah. So seeing them happy makes me happy, makes me extremely happy. We're very close. We keep in touch, and they live in different parts of the country. So that's what makes me the happiest.
Have they picked up that acting bug from dad?
Well, they have I wouldn't say acting, but they have talent. My oldest daughter is a spoken word poet.
Mhm.
My second daughter, she's a painter. My son creates music. He's into music production, etc., and so forth. And my youngest is more caring, so she's in the nursing field. So they all have their own special talent, not necessarily acting, but they do what they do, and they do it really good. Proud of them.
Now, speaking of projects, you've got 5 upcoming projects.
Yes,
You've got White Tiger Legend, Walking on Scorched Earth, Heaven or Hell, Somebody, and the list goes on and on. So, what more are you looking forward to in the year of 2024? Because you have a lot of projects that are going to be coming out. And we did our first interview, I want to say last year in
yes,
2023.
yes. So last year we did. I think just released this movie called Mad as Hell last year.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go see Mad as Hell. It's on Amazon, Freevee, Tubi, etc., and so forth. So watch that. That stars myself, the original G-Man of hip hop, and Cinda Williams. Check that out. Um, it's just so much. I like to stay busy. I like to stay busy because I feel as I have a lot of art inside of me. I guess if you would, and it's got to come out. So uh, I just stay busy. I stay busy. I try to create projects. I try to collaborate with other filmmakers, and just make great product and just have fun doing it. There's just so much to do. So much to do. Not enough time.
And I just talked about this with Stephen Monday about balancing out time management in the entertainment business. Now, one of your colleagues, I'm pretty sure you already know, Troy Skinner,
Yeah,
is nominated for an NAACP Image
well
Award.
deserved. Well deserved.
How did you react to seeing the news? Because I'm just shocked. He's worked in the business. Both of you have worked in the business. And I'm pretty sure China McCoy, all three of you will come across each other in passing. How
Yes.
did that make you feel seeing the news?
Well, it made me feel. I was exuberant. I was so happy because I know how hard he's worked. I know he's been in the trenches, and to be recognized on that level, and and not being a quote unquote A-list celebrity. Um, so that says a lot about both parties. It says a lot about the NAACP Image Awards, who they look for, what they're looking at. You never know who's looking at you, and it says a lot about Choice. Choice is really, really, really deserving of that. Really deserving of that. So my brother, and McCoy too. China McCoy has been in a people don't
Yes.
recognize all of the work that China McCoy has done. He's been in, of course, The Matrix. I was watching. What was I watching the other day? I was watching Heat with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and they're in the scene with Al Pacino's in the scene with oh gee whiz, in the club. I can't remember who he was in the scene with, and who's in the back. Hey, that's China McCoy. What are you
Yeah.
doing there? So, well deserved. These guys are well deserving of all accolades they have or may be coming their way. Hi, Rizzy.
And the link, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I just saw Rizzy said hello, so say hi back.
Sending you much love, Rizzy. Thank you for always tuning in. She always tunes in every episode, and I appreciate. I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying this season. This season has been the most successful season ever. This makes interview 576. So
I,
thank you all so much for your love and your support, tuning in on a daily to see who the guests are. And just stay engaged in the conversation. More interactive as always. You guys have been really on it in the conversation. They have been involved, especially yesterday's
mm-hmm.
conversation, which Robert, I didn't even know he watched. Everybody saw me crying yesterday. I'm messing up my makeup. I'm trying to be all pretty and all this, and I'm crying. But Ricky really, and we was just texting today earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and people are still reaching out, giving DMs, sending messages. My mom watched the interview, and I'm totally like embarrassed. I She gets to see a different side of me. She knows I'm outspoken
Mm-hmm.
because she's a Libra. I'm outspoken,
Mm-hmm.
and I always try to be, in a way. How can I say it? stoic. I always try to be the strong one for
Mm.
everybody else, but in this situation, in that moment, I needed to be vulnerable. So
Well,
yeah, that was a powerful
it,
show
it,
yesterday, and
I
Ricky
think
dropped.
it was
Go
it
ahead.
was
I'm
great.
sorry.
I said I think it was great to see another side of you, because that's what makes you who you are. That's what gives you the loyal fans. The people keep coming back. Um, it was perfect. I think yesterday's show was just fantastic. It's probably gonna be one of the top shows you'll have. And I see brother Sugar Crossan has joined. Grandmaster Sugar Crossan. How you doing, sir?
Welcome. If you're just coming in, welcome, Sugar Crossing. Welcome, welcome to Style by Stevie. We are here catching up with Robert on what he's been up to in the year of 2024. So much is happening this year. So many things are changing for the film industry. It is also award show season, as we mentioned. The NAACP Image Awards is coming up. What else are you looking forward to in this season? Because with all of these award shows going on and things,
Well, we have a award show actually April 7th in Sacramento, the Sacktown Movie Bus, and our movie Mad as Hell is up for about 4 awards. So we have that. Speaking of Sugar Crossan, I look forward to collaborating with him and doing a documentary. We've been speaking on that for maybe since last year. Also doing a collaboration with another great martial arts friend of mine, Oso Toyari Cassell, and doing a documentary on my cousin, the fantastic and fabulous Miss Gloria Hendry. So lots
love her.
of documentaries coming up. Yes, yes, yes,
Black Belt Jones. My mom was
yes.
just watching it. Black Belt Jones and Live and Let Die.
Live and let die.
She
Yes.
was one of the original Bond girls. That was the second film I saw. The first one that I saw that my father introduced me to, because y'all know, if you know my personality, you know my fashion sense. This woman, the first woman that I ever saw, black woman that I ever saw in a Bond film was Grace Jones, and that was View to a Kill. And
Mm,
then afterwards, it was the second one, Live and Let Die with Gloria Henry. So I'm just like, okay, so it's not just
mm,
the other
mm-hmm.
Bond girls. They
She,
got some melanin in here. So, yes,
yeah, Gloria was the first Bond girl to have a interaction and love scene with James Bond. So she's the first. She broke that line for us to follow through. So we all walk on their shoulders. Gloria, Fred Williamson, the late Jim Brown, Jim Kelly, et cetera, and so forth. The list just goes on. Richard Roundtree, we all walk on their shoulders. Definitely.
those are some of the greats. Now, what is some of the best advice that your cousin has given you in the business or getting your feet wet in the business?
The best advice she has given me is what people think of you is their business. You do what you do. People are always going to talk, negative or positive. People may give you adulation. People may put you down, but that's their
Yeah,
business. Don't get stuck on that. And if you learn that, and if you take that to your heart, you will always move forward and do the best you can. And then that's just like one of the greatest pieces of advice I've ever gotten from her. You know, ever. It's just, and so I live by that. Not only in the industry, but in a day to day life. You know, I don't want to say I don't care what people think of me. You always want to put out a positive image, but I don't let it affect me. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to let it affect my groove or my drive or what I do. There it is.
absolutely. And me, I've gotten to a point in my life where and I said this yesterday, where I stopped caring what people think of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just let it mold me and continue to keep going on and keep, as Ricky said yesterday, applying pressure to everything. Um, all of the criticism, all of these things has made me go even harder on everything that I've envisioned for my life and just my career in general. It's made me go even harder and want to just be successful and want the best for everybody else. So that's one thing that I've learned from that as well too. So she has Excellent point. Excellent.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Stevie, what do you define as success? What is success to you?
Success is when you've reached a certain pinnacle of your life. You go through your obstacles. For me, I've been through so many obstacles. Okay, one of them, as Ricky stated yesterday, he said it best, and I'm going to say it too. Being black, being a woman,
Mm-hmm.
still fighting to this day
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that I break barriers for other people that are coming after me. Because before we're here today, and then you could be long gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure that before I leave this earth, I want to make sure that actors, especially actors of color, black actors, have everything that they need,
Mm-hmm.
so that the next person coming after them and the next person coming after them won't have to say, well, I didn't receive fair pay, or I didn't receive this. That's what my goal is. But success, what makes it success is overcoming all the obstacles, all the adversity. And me, I must say, at this point in my life, I've overcame it all, and I'm still here to see 30 years, because I'm 30 years old, to see 30 years of life and still going, breathing, waking up every morning with my eyes wide open. That's success to me.
There you go.
And getting up and doing what I love,
There you.
which is bringing people joy, making people happy, and just shocking people. Because again, I'm a wild card. You never know what you're going to get. So that's how I would define
There you
success.
go. That's a great definition. Great definition. Thank.
Absolutely.
I see. Who's just joined on? Mario Spider Gary. Hey, Mario. What's going on, Spider?
Welcome. If you're just coming in, we are here with Robert Parham, ladies and gentlemen, and we are just catching up on what's in store for the year 24. Um, and another thing, my vision board. I
Mm-hmm.
check my vision board. That's a thing that I do every morning when I get up. I do my prayers and my morning affirmation, and I always look at my vision board to make sure. Okay, check, 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 check. You're on point. And I must say that everything that I put on my vision board has now come to fruition,
There you go.
because all of these things just started happening. Um, I'll give you an example. One day, Mickey Solar, you guys know that I write for Original Magazine UK. She reached out to me and she said, okay, what are you doing? And I didn't know what it was for. When she was putting me in for it, if you guys have seen the pin, you already know. Um, to be on the list for Women's History Month, to be on the list of influential women, knowing that my voice has had an impact. Whereas before, I didn't think my voice had an impact. But when Ricky said it yesterday, and other people, some of the guests, Robert, also said it as well too, um, said that you have an impact, your voice matters.
Right.
I didn't
Right.
realize it. So
Right.
it was Caldosha Ona Carroll. Shout outs to her, Hollywood Entertainment News, nominated me as one of the most influential women. And to be on that list with all of the other ladies is just amazing. So I'm totally thankful.
See, you never know who's watching. You never know who you affect. Just never know. Never know. Your voice, your opinion, what you do, what you create can inspire someone else. It can save someone else. It can put somebody in the mind of who thought that they couldn't do it, and they wind up achieving their goals, etc. And so you just never know. That's why you got to drive forward. That's why you have to drive forward. Now, down here, someone wrote, Rizzy said, "Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done." I'm gonna accept that, and I'm gonna change it a little bit. I'm just going to change the word from done to dead. So don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're dead. Never stop. Never stop. Never give up. Never quit. Keep moving forward. Always, always, always.
And believe me, doing this platform 5 days, every day, Monday through Friday, there are days when I don't even want to get up in the morning. But you guys are the motivation that keeps me going. I cannot let my supporters down. I can not let people down who are watching me and watching this platform, because they need to hear this message. Like yesterday and the day before, people just came on and they were just dropping gems left and right. And today, Robert's dropping gems as well too, as well as myself. So I can't stop. I can't stop.
And
Even I remember coming back, recovering from a cold, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let this thing get me. I'm gonna tough it out for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna smile through it.
Mm-hmm.
But what y'all didn't know is after I got off after having that cold, was I was going through it. I was going through it. I said never again. So
Uh,
I'm glad that I'm back healed, recovered, doing amazing. It feels great to be back. And another thing I've learned is take a break if you need to. Take a break for your mental because it sometimes can become overwhelming. And I was just telling my friend this not too long ago when he texted me.
mm-hmm.
I said, you're balancing out being a father and you're balancing out also uh, making sure that the household is taken care of. It's a lot on you. So you make sure that you are taking care of yourself.
You have to. You have to. What I go by, what works for me, not necessarily everybody else. I have a schedule. I have a schedule, and my
I'm
schedule.
the same.
Yes, I from this time to this time, I'm working on this. From this time to this time, I'm working on that. Today, I'm not gonna do anything. you know, today's a down day. It's my day off. But tomorrow I'll do this, that, and the other. So, and when you schedule yourself for things, what you don't want to do is try to build room in the day. So people who schedule things, uh, uh,
Yeah.
tasks and accomplishments shouldn't try to do everything at once. Shouldn't try to do, in my opinion, 8 or 9 things at once. Just increments. You don't burn yourself out. Burnout is something. Wow. Mm.
I remember doing a show. I've done 2 shows sick, I want to say, but people would never know. I mean, I mastered it up
Mm-hmm.
real well. And you know, that's the thing with women. We have the power to keep going. One show I did with a sinus infection. The other show I did with a cold. Y'all couldn't even tell.
Couldn't even.
And the reason why was because I have that drive and that motivation. And I told my mom, I said, Mama, God gave me the strength to keep going on and not give up. I don't know how I did it,
Mm-hmm.
but I did that interview. I locked that interview in, having a cold too and look good doing it. I said, okay, so here we go. But that is that drive. That's that passion. You know, it's something all the time I say it. You guys hear me say it all the time. Live life through fire. If hosting a platform or writing or directing is something that you want to do, make sure that you go out for your passions and live life through fire. And write it down. I do a lot of
Yeah.
writing every day. It's like a routine to me. And actor Rico King has put me onto this. He has a whole board where every day he puts a mantra or just a quote like, okay, every morning when I get up, I do my morning affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
One of my affirmations is I am capable of handling anything that comes my way, no matter how big, no matter how small. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think that season 18, which started this year, January 2nd, I didn't think it was going to be a success. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think that people were going to be interested. I'm like, people are going to be sick of me. They're going to get tired of seeing me every day. But I came back and it's just like the love. People welcome me with so much love as if I never left. So, I mean,
So you have to understand that you're an artist. And as an artist, if you stay true to who you are and what you do, people appreciate that. They
yeah.
do. And they'll come. They'll come. Build it, build it with care, and they will come. That's 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 what I see it now. I mean, I'm going to talk a little bit about this movie I just did, Cocaine Roach. Of course, I was inspired by Cocaine Bear, and then I saw the other Cocaine Shark, Cocaine Cougar, and Cocaine Crabs from Outer Space. I was like, I think that I went from I think I can do that to I know I can make a better movie than that. And so I built it. The help of a lot of people. I didn't do it by myself. I'm not going to. We had the help of the talented Lawrence Hill Jacobs, uh, Todd Sinafonte. Todd was the Jean Claude Van Damme's stunt double. The fantastic, most fabulous Top Evans, the talented Gary Turner, Josh Alvin, Marvin Canola, just a whole bunch of casts. The music by Snoop, Machiavelli, Nocturnal, Platinum Money, uh, Schoolie D. I mean, just a lot. build it, they will come. They will come. And we built this thing, and people will come in, and people are in my inbox every day. When can we see it? When can we see it? When can we see it? Well, right now, if you're not a film critic, you can't see it. But we'll be out. We'll be planning to release it. A theatrical release. We're working on a theatrical release in the summer, and then to VOD and television, etc. Like I said, if you build it with care, it will come. Good thing. So I watch you, Stevie, from a distance. You may not see me all the time, but every once in a while I pop in your show. I wonder how she's doing, what she's doing. And I see your guests, and I see you pouring your heart and your soul into what you do, you know? And that's what inspires me. I was like, I can't give up because Steve's up here doing this 5 days a week. You know, when we bring our cameras out to film, we're filming this week, we film that week. We're not filming every day. You're doing this every day. Every day. That's inspiring. Come on. That's inspiring. You know? How do you do that and not burn out? How do you do that? And you know, we all have bad days. And what if you have a bad day and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you have a bad day, Steve, you just get up and do it again. You know, tomorrow's another day. So that's inspiring. I watch. I'm inspired. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not.
Coming from a legend like yourself, I'm honored. And how do I keep going? It's my mom. My mom is my biggest motivation. When Ricky called me, he said I was a diamond yesterday. I was one of the most precious diamonds. You guys caught when he was really pouring into me. And that
Mm-hmm.
was when I started to tear up. My mom is my diamond. My
Mm-hmm.
mom, and the bond that me and her have is unbreakable. And then the thing is, me and her and my brother, we all look alike. So I look just like my mom. I get it a lot. Oh my God, you look so much like your mom. And sometimes I will go back and watch some of the shows, and I'll be like, certain things I pick up on it. It's like looking in a mirror, a two-way mirror,
Uh,
and you're seeing the same reflection. I'm like, some of the things that my mom would see or my mom would do, I'm starting to pick up now. And I think it's because that maternal instinct, that motherly, how can I say it, nature. Oh
uh,
my God. My mom is the reason why I keep going. My mom always encouraged me and my brothers and my sister, God rest her soul, to stay faith based, to put God first in everything that you do. Whatever you believe in, she told me to put God first in everything that you do. Don't allow this industry to make you bigger than you are. And the reason why I've resonated with so many people is because I will always, and I've said this before, I will always be that girl from South Carolina.
mm,
I've never changed. I've
mm.
seen so many people get in this industry and they lose sight of who they are.
Eh,
But I learned to humble myself
exactly.
and just take things with a grain of salt. So my mom is my biggest motivation. Even though she'll encourage me sometimes to, okay, take a break,
Right.
take a break.
Right.
But she encourages me to keep going. If not her, then my grandmother. It's like I'm surrounded with all of these strong women. My aunts, my mom's sisters. So it's like they encourage me to keep going,
Right.
as well as my brothers and my siblings.
Well, they encourage you and you encourage others. So we got a question here. Rizzy asks, what is your advice for people?
Dealing with PTSD and depression, and we touched on this yesterday. Uh, Talk to someone. Don't keep your emotions bottled up inside,
Mm,
because not everything that glitters is
mhm.
gold. And this is my thing. A lot of people, and Robert just said it a few minutes ago. A lot of people will fake the funk. They'll put on a smile, and it's just like, what's really going on?
Yeah, so nobody fakes being depressed. You fake being happy to hide your depression. So, exactly. So, my personal advice um, is, like Steve said, to talk to someone and to get back to the basics. What's the most basic thing in life? The most basic thing in life is breathing.
Yes.
If you don't breathe, you have no life. So breathe. And I like to say it sounds like Confucius say, et cetera, and so forth. But be one with nature. Go out to do the things that we stop doing when we become adults. Go run in the park. You know, I don't want to say like be a kid again, but go experience the things that you haven't experienced since you've been an adult. Get on that seesaw. Go ahead and get on that swing. Take a nice long walk. Get lost somewhere. Go somewhere and just get lost. Find your way home. You know, things to make you feel alive. When you're depressed, it's scientifically proven that it's a neurological um, effect of some chemicals that are being released by your neurons.
Mm.
So that's what causes depression. That's why sometimes when they put you on meds, it alters the chemicals and this, that, and the other. But endorphins is what counteracts that. So that feel good chemical, those endorphins, help counteract the depression. And just think when you were a kid, how much fun you had. Think about that. Think about when is the last time we got on a seesaw? You know, I'm pushing. I don't want to give my age away, but I'm pushing 60. I'm pushing 60. I'm knocking on the door. Um, I haven't been on a seesaw since I was in my 20s with my kids. That's the last time, and that's a shame. That's a shame because we take things for granted. We take things for granted that the sun is going to come up tomorrow. We take it for granted that we're going to see another day. Life seems so endless. It seems so endless. Just don't take advantage of who you are and what you have. Because music is one of the things that makes me feel alive the most. Yeah, listen to music. Yeah, listen to the right music. Don't be depressed. Listen to depressing music.
It's gonna make it worse for you.
Don't make it worse.
Take a trip. Take a trip. Pour into yourself.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with self love and pouring into yourself. I've seen a lot of people taking trips by themselves, and they'll blog. They'll do TikToks about it. Like, I did this for my self care, my self awareness, my mental health. Make sure that you are taking time for yourself, because that is important. And as you guys can see, I'm glowing all over because when I took that break, I feel so much better. I, you know, I took time for myself because I'm always pouring into doing this platform, which takes a lot of time. As Rob stated earlier, it takes a lot of time, but make sure that you are taking time for yourself. And those few days, I took time and I spent time with my family. I went out and I was shopping. Um, I wouldn't suggest you if you are afraid of snakes like I am, because I'm gonna tell y'all yeah. I'm gonna tell you what happened yesterday, y'all. So I was going outside to go and pick up my mom's package because I ordered her something. I ordered her outfit, and I went to the box, and I thank God I looked down. First reflex is to look down. So I saw a big snake about this big, curled up in front of the
Mm-hmm.
mailbox. So when I tell y'all I lost it, I said, "Up, I won't be getting the mail today. Yep, let me go right back in here." So I went and I told my mom. She couldn't hear me because she had the earbuds in.
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Mama, it's a big snake in the mailbox." So we literally had to call my aunt over here to get it. And we're three women. I'm like, "Where's that?" So what are we gonna do? Or call my uncle to come and get it. But yeah, if you are not really a nature person like I am, I would say find little things to do in your house.
That made
Puzzles.
cry laughter.
When I'm inside, I like to craft. I like to create. So yeah, if you're not a nature person like I am, I would suggest you go out there. Make sure you look down first if you do. But yeah, thank God I did.
The mail is not getting checked today.
So my mom, she went. She thought she could do it, and then we called my grandmother to see if my uncle was over there,
uh,
and My mom, she was like, don't do nothing because you know them things will strike. I said, yeah,
Yeah.
it'll stay in
Yeah.
that box till my aunt gets here. My aunt flew right on over here. I'm like, we're three women sitting here, and my uncle would have easily came and got it.
Do you know?
So
You know what kind of snake it was?
it must have been like one of those down here in South Carolina, like one of those little grayish, what we call it, a chicken snake down here. And it
Uh,
was all curled up,
uh, uh,
and it rained so much down here. So I'm assuming that the water must have attracted it
yeah.
down here.
Yeah. Yeah. Goodness gracious, snakes.
It's down. It's not there anymore. And I ever since then, after yesterday, I've learned to check my reflexes because sometimes they like to curl up in the trees. I remember
Mm.
when I was young, I'd seen one curled up in the tree, and I had to call my dad to go and get it. I couldn't do anything, and at the time, I didn't have my glasses on, jumping on the trampoline, young or whatever, and so it was curled up in the tree. So I learned to look up. I learned to look down everywhere because they could be anywhere. With this weather starting to get hotter, the months are starting to get hotter. I'm scared of rats too, Rizzy. I'm scared of rats. I'm scared of dogs. I'm scared of snakes. So yeah,
Anything that slithers or scurries. There you go. There you go. Hey, I see my former military compadre, Turley Bird, Carrie Turley, has joined. Hi, Carrie. Wow. I haven't seen her in, more than 20 years. Good to see you on.
how does it feel to catch up with your colleagues and your friends in the new year of 24?
That's amazing. And I'm glad you brought that up. So I have connected with people that I haven't seen in 40 years, and it seems like, I mean, I'm almost speechless. It's like, where did the time go? Where did the time go? There are some people I just had some of the greatest times with in my youth and my childhood and young
Mm-hmm.
adulthood, and we've reconnected, and I'm like, where did the time go? You know, oh my goodness gracious. So that's great. It's great to know that you true friendship, true brotherhood, true sisterhood, and it's like you don't miss a beat. You know, like there was no time in between. Everything just picks up from right where you left off. So that's a blessing.
Access ENT says, "Hey, mentor."
Access CNT. Hey, hey, I know who that is. Out of Sacktown. Out of Sacktown. I see the evening experience. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Yeah, it's a mix. It's your supporters and then my
You're,
viewers. They come in on a daily to watch, so it's a mix.
yes, yeah, Quentin. I know. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna shout out to Quentin there. Uh, he is a filmmaker. I don't want to say aspiring filmmaker because if you're aspiring, that means you want to do it. But he's actually out there doing it. So um, shout out to Quentin. Quentin, make sure you block off April 7th. We're showing Mad as Hell at the IMAX. Pee Wee Blanco has joined. See now, Pee Wee Blanco is another person who I haven't connected with in years. And when we were in the martial arts tournament circuit together, as teammates, and as every once in a while we would have to, because we were some of the top competitors, we have to compete against each other. Yeah, another guy who I just reconnected with and haven't missed a beat. Haven't missed a beat with him. I love him as a brother. Pee Wee, if you're watching this, love you, brother. And I guess I'll be seeing you in February next year, if not sooner. So here we go.
And it's such a good feeling to be able to catch up with your classmates and just people
Classmate.
you haven't seen in years.
Uh,
And
yes.
what shocked me is that my classmates watched the interviews, and I'm just like, you watch little old me now. You took notice to me now, so
Uh,
they watch the platform and it feels so good. That the feedback from everybody has just been amazing, from classmates to close friends, they watch the platform. And Pee Wee Blanco says, yes, sir.
Yes, that's my guy. See, you just once again, you just never know who's watching you. You never know who you're influencing you. Who you're influencing, and it's like a chain. You influence someone who influences someone who influences someone, etc., and so forth. So that's how we perpetuate, as I like to call it, peace and cohesion amongst the masses.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's what we need. That's definitely what we need.
More than anything, with everything that's going on in the world, we need more amongst ourselves.
Mm,
And Actor says your dad told him that
the
since the cradle.
cradle, yes, 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 Quentin, yes. Peace and cohesion, and doing right by each other as human beings, no matter what your race, gender, creed, sexuality, whatever it is, just as human beings, because that's what we are first, more than anything. We're human beings. So let's treat each other as human beings. There we go. Back to the base.
From the beginning, from scratch. And sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board, back to your, as I would say, back to your roots,
Mm-hmm.
and figure out where you came from. People that I've been friends with, I always talk about her all the time. My friend Felicia, always tunes in, always watches the platform, always watches the interview. She'll even text me before the interview, like, "Girl, what you doing?" And I'll be like, "Errands, setting up for the interview," or I could just be running errands. It's great. We have been friends since high school, and I'll never forget the day that I met her, and it was in gym class in PE, and we connected and bonded off of the first thing that we both love, which is pop culture and music. And at the time, it was Teen Beat magazines, and
Mm-hmm.
the ones where you pull out the posters, and we just started flipping through them together. And I just started talking and holding a conversation with her. I came and I sat by her. I made the first move, and ever since then, she's been like my sister. That is my girl. Because every interview, you see her pop up in the comments. So shout outs to my girl Felicia Grant. um, Always checks on me every single day. Every morning. It could be 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even awake. I respond right back to her.
See,
Ricky, the same way. It's a lot of people who check up on me and text me. And those are the bonds that you want to keep from the beginning to the very end when I first started this platform. She has been there, always encouraging me, always uplifting. There could be something going on outside of the platform, family issues or whatever.
mm.
She's always there encouraging and uplifting. So shout outs to my girl, my
and we all have those, and you have to have those to be a successful person, a successful human being. My I'm going back to grammar school. Uh, David, Derek, Jeffrey, and Robert, aka Ski, Kas, Omar, and Jamil. Those are my guys, and we still keep in touch. I mean, I've been knowing them since I was in the fourth grade. As a matter of fact, my movie Cocaine Roach, each character is named after them. So I kind of quasi dedicated that movie to them. You know,
and Access says, I definitely would like to interview you for sure. Robert,
Robert or Stevie or both. You should definitely interview Stevie. Definitely.
what's so crazy is I've had people wanting to interview me. What people are wanting to know more. What is it with Miss Stevie, the life story? I'd love to give people just an insight, just a piece into my life to get to know who I am.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
He says both. See, there it is. See, Stevie, you don't
Well, let's make it
you
happen. Let's
influence.
set it up. Let me know.
There you go. And Quentin, you know how to reach me. So just you have my number. You can just holler at me. And we can move forward. Yeah, but definitely get Stevie. She is an amazing story. It's amazing.
I'm a mystery. Again, that wild card. People want to know more. What is it about Miss Stevie that has people so magnetized and wanting to know more? I, I can't reveal the mystery just yet. I can't reveal it. I like to keep people wondering.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think
But through my life story, you'll get to know bits and pieces of me.
there it is. So there's Quentin Harris's information, Stevie, for you. So reach out to Quentin and
Another person who texts me and check on me on a daily. My brother K Tukes, who is the host of the K Tukes Spot. Make sure you guys head on over and subscribe and check out his platform. He also does amazing interviews, and he'll text me when he's on days when he's off, and he'll way before an interview he'll text me or whatever, and he'll check, yo girl, yo sis, you're good, making sure that I'm good and everything is all right, and always has been there. I remember I'll never forget the first day we met, and this was after, I want to say after I did my interview with my girl Dawn Robinson from In Vogue,
mm-hmm.
and that interview, after we did that interview, he was just showing me so much love, and we just clicked. And this was during the pandemic, when the pandemic first hit. I want to say 2019, 2020, and we just clicked and hit it off.
Okay.
So
I'm shouting out Kate as well. And a friend of yours is a friend of mine, Steve.
thank you, Access. Thank you. Many blessings to you too, and I look forward to chatting with you. Just let me know whenever.
There it is. So as we come toward the end of the show, like I'm hosting it, what's new for you, Stevie?
Well, we have an Emmy nominated guest coming on. You guys have to find out next week. He'll be back on the show. What else is next for Style by Stevie? We are booked all the way up until June. More amazing interviews, more outstanding fashions. This season has been one of the most fashionable seasons ever. I must say, I definitely turned it up way different than last season, because last season I'm just like, ooh, okay. This season right here, I just said, let's go with it. Let's just go with it. I don't care. Go with it.
Right.
Even my mom was very critical of some of the looks, and she just like, you sure you want to wear that? And she just like, that dress kind of that slit kind of short. I said, let's just go for it. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Because you know how moms are. But I must say that this season is the season of it. Everything, because at first I doubted myself, but what is next for Style by Stevie? More amazing articles for Original Magazine UK. Of course, the platform here. Me and Ricky are going to be doing something together pretty soon. Where, like the conversation we had yesterday, we're going to continue that on. It's going to be like a daily thing. We got to work it out with scheduling. So you guys just have to stay tuned for that. What else is next? Of course, more Style by Stevie, more amazing guest interviews. And I can't believe that throughout the weeks, I have been setting things up in motion, lining my ducks up in a row, because June will be here before you know it. I know I've got to renew my cosmetology license this year as well too. And I love my instructors. Shout out to my instructors. I have to get my hours. So that won't be, during the show week, but that's something. So it's a lot going on for me right now. Yes.
You definitely do a show around that. I think you should.
That class comes first. The class is actually on a Sunday,
yeah.
And I've already been got booked for the class, set for the class, and everything. And then we just roll right into the week with more amazing interviews. So that's what I have for this season. This is the season of it. I want to make sure that I'm on top of everything that goes on in the beauty and fashion world. So I'm glad to be taking my class again with my instructors. And shout outs to them, Hair Hairs LLC. Amazing. So I can't wait for that. I got to get my hours. And my hours are looking good. That's another thing I didn't tell you guys, is that my hours for cosmetology are amazing. They are so good. And I'm so happy because I put in the work in beauty school and it has paid off. So can't wait to take my class. You guys, it's never too late to go back and brush up and educate yourself on what's going on in whatever field. It can be cosmetology. It can be electricity, to be an electrician. It can be barbering. It can be anything you want. It is never too late to go after your dreams. And I seen, was it Viola Davis or somebody was going after, they're going back to school for their doctorate, and now they're a doctor. No, it was Layla Hathaway. Layla Hathaway went back and she's a doctor now. So yeah, it's never too late. You're never too late to follow your dreams and go back to school and educate yourself.
Mhm.
So yeah, and that is all is what's up with me for this season, this month, this year.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And I receive all of that. And you are more than blessed. You are more than blessed. So keep doing what you do. You have my support in anything that you do. Um, when we start getting a little bigger budget, we should put Styles like Stevie brand in the movie along with Stevie. What do you say?
I'm definitely in for it. Definitely.
Okay, so the budgets are starting to get bigger. So when they get bigger, when we get out of the micro budget to a bigger budget, then we'll be talking. We'll definitely be talking. Would love to fly you out to California and put you in front of the camera.
All right. I'm in. I'm definitely in.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So, uh, as for me, just production. Like I said, we have our projects upcoming. I'm really, really, really excited about Cocaine Road. And you saw Cocaine Bear, right? So I did something a little different in my movie. And this is what I did. When you watch Cocaine Bear, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Steve, if you took the bear out of the movie, does the movie work?
It wouldn't.
It,
It wouldn't.
see? And that's what I did different with Cocaine. If I take the roaches out of the movie still works. Because it's not really about the novelty of roaches. It's
Mm,
about relationships. So when you're trapped in a situation, in an entanglement, so to speak, um, how do you react to that? Now the roaches add to the foray. They're not the main thing there. Everything is about relationships. So when that comes out, Cocaine Roach, the different twists. It's funny. It's heart wrenching. There's a little horror in there. Make sure you support independent film. Make sure when Cocaine Roach comes out, you guys go see Cocaine Roach. Go to the Facebook page, Cocaine Roach, without an I, because Facebook won't let us spell the word cocaine. Go there and look at some of the clips, support the actors, go to their pages, encourage them. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep making great independent films. Let's keep making art.
absolutely. And to tie into what Robert just said, I think today's final thought ties in perfectly. And it comes from actress Anjanou Ellis. She says, let your inner light reflect the gifts of others. And the reason why everybody's like, why is everything purple? I chose purple because purple is the color of royalty. And for me, it means shine. And I want each and every one of you to shine. So when you see that purple, that blue, every time, that means shine. You are doing awesome. You are incredible. You are amazing. So never forget that. And that is today's final thought. Tomorrow, the lineup for next week will go up Fashion Dolls. And of course, the LOTW, which is the look of the week. So you guys can vote for your favorite look of the week. It's been 4 looks this week. We have 4 shows, and you guys can vote. And I might just do a repeat. Who knows? But definitely go and check it out. And this interview will be uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. If you have not, head on over and subscribe and hit that bell. And also, it will be here on IGTV, so you guys can go back and check out the replay from beginning to end. All right. And Robert, always a pleasure. We got to set something up again. Such a great
Yeah,
time.
definitely. As always, love you, Stevie. God bless you.
You too. Take care, everyone.
Bye.